This isn't a story about millions of Americans deciding communism is now the answer. It's not even a story about a fairly small class of downwardly mobile, overly credentialed activists who've decided that the best way to fix their own failures is to once again try Stalinism. But these privileged Ivy League postgrads in intersectionality are using a real crime to sell a fake trial. Despite their nonsense about ending private property and aborting the nuclear family, there is an actual machine that's been looting nations for 50 years. It's just not America. It lives somewhere between a shadow bank in the Cayman Islands, the city, and a narco general in Caracas. I'm going to show you what that machine looks like, who's taking a wrecking ball to it right now, and why the answer was never communism. Because communism is that machine. It's just run out of the back end of that same building. I'm Mike Stager, and I've spent 25 years fighting to revive the American system. America has faced this kind of crisis before. It's the same scam they've run for almost 200 years. While we fight each other in the streets, the actual thieves are sitting in a boardroom somewhere in London, cheering on the fight. As an old friend used to say, when given two bad options, choose the third. So if you're new here, hit subscribe. We bring receipts and we cover the world unlike any other channel. In this video, the offshore web that's been looting nations for 50 years. Second, what Scott Bessent's treasury is actually doing to tear down this web from London to Tehran to Caracas. And then most of all, why a currency fight in Tokyo over the Japanese yen is a real indication for what comes next. Here's the actual argument stripped to its core. A nation builds wealth by producing, mining, growing, manufacturing, building, and selling. That wealth then circulates back into the nation. Wages, factories, hospitals, roads, research and development. That's what real development looks like. That's every industrial nation that has ever existed. But globalism runs a second track alongside, parallel to that one. Call it the global casino. Dollars that would have gone into a nation's own development instead get siphoned off, legally, quietly, through paperwork, and rerouted into a parallel economy that produces nothing. It just hides and then multiplies. And the casino doesn't care whose money walks in the door. Corporate profits routed to a tax haven, a dictator's cut of his own country's oil, a cartel's cash, a terror network's war chest. To the casino, it's all just chips. Nobody built this by accident. The casino is a